Sup? It's Gambit's Cup time, and we had a momentary power outage, but that's all right. I seem to be alive again. Stream seems to be going strong right now. This is a little bit weird. It went down, and then when I tried to reconnect, it was like, oh no, the server's unavailable. So if anything catastrophic happens during the stream, then rest assured that I am frantically pressing buttons trying to get it back. So what do we? Oh, SAS versus Net Wars. That's what's going on today. SAS versus Net Wars is coming up here. Let me just quickly grab these result thingamajiggers. So basically, SAS is undefeated. They are the only undefeated team left in Gambit's Cup. The other powerhouses, Net Wars, IFU, and LRM, all have a single loss. And so, of course, they are at the top of the rankings with 26 points, 5 points ahead of Net Wars, who's in second. So yeah, today's going to be a battle of the top two teams here. I think even if Net Wars wins, even if Net Wars wins, I think depending on the actual score, SAS might still be number one. So they'll both be 5-1, but I think SAS is doing better in the overall map score. Actually, it might not even matter who wins. I think even if Net Wars... Let's see, if Net Wars gets a 4-0, that'll give them 6... Okay, so if Net Wars can do a 4-0 on SAS, they'll switch places with SAS and be number one. But I think any other result... Oh, if it's a 4-1, it'll be... Yeah, if it's a 4-1, I think it'll be a tie? No, it's a 4-1, SAS will still be in front. So the only way Net Wars can bump SAS down from number one is by 4-0ing them. Which is pretty ridiculous. Huh. Good times. Now, of course, everybody first, before we get started, rub your lucky rabbit's foot or whatever you do and hope that we don't get too many ZVZs, because of course Net Wars is pretty heavy on the Zergs. SAS actually not so much, but of course they might be busting out the big guns here, Siki and Michael, to take some matches. Anyway, let's just go into the game. Game number one is going to be Busy versus Bonneth on Fighting Spirit. Busy. Yeah, I didn't do the overlay first. Probably should have done that. Anyway, at the top left as the yellow Terran, we have SAS Busy. And at the bottom left as the orange Protoss, we have Net Wars Bonneth. Oh man, it's a TVP. All right, looks like our wishes have sort of been granted here. That's pretty interesting. Did not expect a PBT coming right out of the gate here in this clan war, but it's all good. It's all good. So we got P7 going on here, and T11. I think that's right. Okay. So this is pretty cool. Hold on, let me just make sure all my audio is good and everything. I think we're good. Alright, sweet. So yeah, Fighting Spirit, nothing too interesting. Busy is, as far as I know, kind of a TVZ specialist. So by some accounts, he's, one of the best TVZers in the foreigner scene. So I guess it's a little bit unlucky that he didn't actually hit a Zerg here in the first set. Maybe that's why they sent him to try and snipe one of the top SAS Zergs. Bonneth, on the other hand, was a bit of an unknown going into Gambit's Cup, at least for me. I mean, I like kind of heard of him, but didn't really know who he was or how good he was. And yet he's among the top 10 players in the standings. I think he's got something like a 3-1 or a 4-1 record. I can quickly have a look here. He is in fact, he's 3-1 so far in Gambit's Cup, so definitely one of the heavy hitters for Team Net Wars. He looks like Pro Brew gonna come over here, scout in the correct direction first time, so getting a bit lucky there for Bonneth, so that's always nice. So we can poke around here, harass some SCVs, especially since none of the buildings are done constructing yet, so it can really be annoying. Poking this SCV looks like a little bit too far away there. Alright, there we go. Eon Zerg is saying that Bonneth used to be really good. A few people are saying Bonneth used to be really good. Alright, that's probably why I'd kind of heard of him, but since he kind of went inactive or something when I started really casting and getting into Brood War, I didn't know too much about him. So that's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's good times. We do need some more good Protosses. You know, especially with Draw like quitting halfway through events. Need some more good Protosses. Anyway, looks like some guys pulled off gas here, so Busy going for the good old FD. And I'll be quite curious to see how his TVP is actually, because as I said, he's really good at TVZ, but TVP, man, that's a whole different ball game. Whoa! Loses that SCV. Some good micro there by the probe chasing it down. I'm a little bit surprised though that Busy let that happen. Could have pulled another SCV to help out or something. In the meantime, we actually have a initial Zealot here from Bonneth. So not too common in this matchup, but you do see it occasionally anyway. To do some harassment shenanigans. And, well, given that micro we just saw with the probe chasing down the SCV and killing it, perhaps this could do a good amount of damage. There's only 2 Marines out right now. We have to pull back here, maybe put some SCVs to help out. Oh man, it looks like, oh, the probe actually missed targets, or he actually could have killed this Marine. So he's got 2 Marines down in the red health, and immediately running back to the supply depots. Looks like the probe actually gets the first kill. This is a 2-kill probe right now. No kills on the Zealots just yet, or the Zealot singular rather. But actually a pretty nice SimCity here for Busy, so it looks like Zealot won't do too much, although he's going in here. No, not going to be able to do too much, but the first Dragoon is on the way, and that's not going to care about any of this SimCity. Like, is he going to chase down the SCV? If he has it on A move, that the Dragoon might just go backwards, but no, he is actually going to go forwards into the base here, and he's going to go pretty quickly, because his Zealot's taking a bit of damage now. Alright, there's the Dragoon. Should probably focus down the red Marine. Don't know where it is. Looks like going to grab that one Marine. Where's the other red Marine? Looks like it's in the back there. He does get it. So only 2 Marines left against his one Dragoon. It is starting to take hull damage, but it doesn't matter. He's taking down a lot of these Marines. The probe getting in on the action. This Dragoon is now in the red health. It looks like only a single Marine remaining. I think he's going to get that Marine too. Oh no! The Marine! Is he gonna get killed by the probe? The probe actually, I think he can kill it. It's only got 1 hit left. No! 3-kill probe! Badass probe here. An SCV and 2 Marines. Oh my god. That probe was the hero of this story. MVP probe. Meanwhile, random SCV guy gets taken down. But what a heroic little baller that was. It's a little bit sad that he didn't live to tell the tale there, but oh well, we all saw it happen. So now Busy's FD is kind of hamstringed. Hamstrung? I'm pretty sure you can use that as a verb. I don't know how though. What I'm trying to say is he's got no Marines, so he can't move out. Ha! Anyway. Yeah, so basically this FD kind of mini push thing has just turned into a completely defensive affair. And look at Bonneth with his fancy micro shenanigans. I love it. Love watching goons defuse mines like that. Really, really good stuff. Oh, do it, do it. Yes! Nice. Very nicely done. You gotta be a little bit careful when you do that and there's units around, because if you try and do that and a unit shoots you, your goons bug out and don't shoot anything. And you just like take the mine to the face. So I'm gotta be super duper careful. I think you might get a little bit too over eager here and take a mine hit. Oh, looks like, yeah, see, he knows. He doesn't want to move in too far because he's not actually sure where the mines are, but still doing a really nice job. The problem is his expo is actually still very, very late here. And look at this, Busy being very persistent with his SCV scouting. Gonna see that the exo is super duper late. And also crucially gonna see the Reaver tech. He sees the shuttle. He's gonna see the Reaver pop out as well. He's gonna know exactly what's going on at exactly what time. So he should be prepared for what's going on. Looks like the red health siege tank actually gets repaired all the way back up as well. It's very, very useful for him. But look at this, the engineering bay not even halfway done yet. Getting siege mode straight away, but there's going to be a big window here where there's no turrets up for this Reaver to do maximum damage here. Bonneth might even think about just busting in the front. No siege mode, no turrets up. Oh man, he could definitely bust this with only 2 siege tanks here, non-sieged. And looks like he's running in, going to try and snipe something. Nope. Not quite able to do it. Really got to be a little bit more careful with these Dragoons, I think. And here comes the Reaver. He's going to do it. He's going to get a mine bomb off. Oh, man. The Reaver goes down. The Reaver takes the mine in. It looks like it's one shot off with the Scarabs. Is it going to hit, though, or is it going to dud? It looks like it's a dud. Oh, my God. And all the units go down. Bonneth, who was in such a good position to just win the game outright, somehow just lost everything there and did no damage. Oh, my God. Busy can just repair this right up. And what looks like it might be an instant GG has now allowed Busy to actually stabilize. And you look at this, there's only a single Dragoon left on the map. I mean, Bonneth just has absolutely nothing here. And Busy can just stabilize and we could just go to a long game. Wow. Man, I thought for sure that would be game over. I was like, oh man, that Zell is totally going to bomb everything, and the Reaver and the Dragoons will just finish it off. But no, and oh my god, now the counterattack. The counterattack from Busy. I wasn't sure if he actually had enough to do this. It looks like, though, since he repaired all those 3 tanks, I don't know what the hell is going on there, but since he repaired those 3 siege tanks up, he has decided that he can actually move out. There is another Reaver, though. It's all going to come down to the Reaver micro now. Whether Bonneth can survive, he's going to see it coming with the shuttle. There's no anti-air. There's only a single Marine there, so at least he'll be able to micro this this shuttle freely. They're getting a nice hit there, getting that Marine as well as the 1 siege tank, so now the shuttle can fly around, poke around. He's got to be a little bit careful. The turrets are starting to go up, though, and he's only got 3 Dragoons behind. He's kind of walled himself in. Going to pick up Dragoon now to tank some shots while the Reaver goes down. Turret is almost finished here, so there's a bit of a time limit. Looks like nice target there. Takes down that 1 siege tank. The siege tanks, though, did target the Reaver, but doing a significant amount of damage. All the siege tanks are pretty badly damaged now, although the shuttle's got to be careful. Oh, and looks like the Dragoons are coming out as well, and boom! Nice micro from Bonneth. Holds off that little move out by Busy. I'm really not sure that that was the correct decision, though, from Busy, because he had nothing really to defend against the Reaver. He was just trying to rely on good tank focus fire and maybe some, a slight micro mistake from Bonneth. But really, with only the 4 siege tanks there and no anti-air and Reavers out on the map, I don't really see how that was supposed to work. It would really have required Bonneth to make a significant micro mistake, I think. I mean, granted, he didn't really have many units at all besides the Reaver, but 1 Reaver, in a capable Protoss player's hands is super duper deadly. So that's, yeah, so I definitely think that was a bit of a mistake. And now we got shuttle speed here. It's like, oh, gotta be careful though. It's a bit of a damaged shuttle already. Looks like gonna just start poking down that turret, actually, surprisingly. And gotta pick it up. You gotta pick it up. Oh, man, really living on the edge here. What's this, by the way? It looks like 2 random vultures on the side. Anyway, is there a turret under here? Presumably there is, but oh my god. Why is this tank undefended? What's going on? Oh my god, free siege tank here. All these units look like they were just running around in the main. And man, this has got to be so annoying for Busy, but he does have a couple more turrets up in his main now, so they're going to be able to defend that. Meanwhile, what is going on over here in Bonneth's main? Oh, we have a Stargate already. Oh my god, is he just going carrier? I think he's just going carriers here, because there's obviously no tech to go arbiters. There's no Templar tech. Everything is in red. Just run away. Everything is in the red. I think he's going 2 base carrier as a follow-up. He is indeed going 2 base carrier. Man, this is crazy. So fast Reavers into 2 base carrier. I mean, that's pretty legit. That is actually legit. That's like a pro gamer build, man. It's all right. Meanwhile, Busy just going for the standard fast 3rd command center on Fighting Spirit. With well, he's on 3 factories though. A lot of players will actually just do this off 2 factories, since it's so easy to take your 3rd on Fighting Spirit. And it looks like, wow, a 2nd Reaver as well in the shuttle, but it is a very damaged shuttle. I'm really nervous about that. It's in the red health. Oh god! Ah! At least he didn't do it on the red Reaver. Would have just lost that straight away. But yeah, it looks like 2nd Stargate on the way as well. Is he getting +1? He's not getting +1 attack, of course. He is quite strapped for gas though. He is just on 2 base, so actually it looks like isn't even able to afford that +1 attack upgrade. If I was Busy, I'd be a little bit suspicious here, because you can see Busy's got scouting kind of at all the potential expansion locations of the Protoss. He's even sent his Vulture around to scout all the right side bases, just in case there's a hidden expo. So he knows that the Protoss is still on 2 base, and to be on 2 base for this long, it definitely should sound some alarms in Busy's head here. This is basically means 2 base carrier or 2 base arbiter. One of those two. There's no other real reason to stay on 2 base for that long if you're just going for a normal ground-based army. Looks like the first carrier is on the way. Still not getting +1. Getting an additional gateway, but yeah, let's see if Busy does sniff this out. The thing is, though, Busy actually is only just now getting his comp stats. Presumably, though, when he scans the main, he will at least see the Stargate, presumably the fleet beacon as well, so he will know what's coming. But even if you see it coming, I mean, with good carrier micro, 2 base carrier is still pretty scary. And Bonneth has already shown he's got really nice unit control, so yeah, it could still be pretty tough for Busy, but he does have his 3rd base now, and no 3rd base yet from the Protoss, so I think now Busy just got to turtle up, make sure he stays on top of his macro, macros up a nice army to hold off the incoming carriers, and looks like, yeah, he is already getting Goliaths. He's getting that Goliath range, so he definitely knows it's coming right now. Presumably he did scan it. Looks like +1 just now started for these carriers. The first 2 carriers still building. They do take pretty long to build, and meanwhile Bonneth is just microing around with these Reavers. So yeah, Nothing too fancy going to happen right now. We basically just have to wait for about 4 carriers. That's usually the magic number, the critical, or not critical mass, but that's the kind of the when you start wanting to poke out and doing some harassment. You don't want to poke out with the initial 2 because actually you can't do that much damage. Once you get 4 carries, you can start like one-shotting Goliaths and all that good jazz. So that's when you start really poking out here. Looks like one Zealot going to go clear out the 6 o'clock, going to take out this Vulture, and presumably just suicide into the Spider Mines. Whoop. Oh, we're going to have some fancy micro though. Ah, got him. Got him. But he cleared the mines. Did his job. I hear something being shot. Do you guys hear that? I could have sworn I heard something getting shot at. Maybe it was just the Vulture. Anyway, so that's taken down. Bonnet finally going to take his 3rd base. But look at how late this is. I mean, this Terran 3rd is already mining away happily. He's already mined like 150 minerals from all these patches. So, so that's super duper late. I mean, Busy having a real nice macro advantage. Just like his saturation isn't fantastic. Wow, actually really poor saturation here. Look at this, barely 1 per patch here. He's got a pretty nice saturation on the 3rd, but really gotta step up that SCV production. He's not even making SCVs right now, it looks like. So it's a bit of a mistake there from Busy, but I mean, you know, even without full saturation on 3 bases, his eco is still gonna be stronger than Bonus for sure. Now, these carriers are still on the way. I'm trying to click on that fleet beacon and just misclicking like a boss. There's like a few Vultures poking out here, but otherwise it's just a fairly passive game from both players. I mean, it's understandable, you know, Busy playing the standard kind of turtle up on 3 bases style, that's so common on Fighting Spirit, whereas Bonnet is going 2 base carriers, but he has to wait for his carriers, and until then, you know, he's got a relatively weak ground army. He does have quite a few Zealots here. Of course, he was spending a lot of his gas just on the carrier tech. So he's got a good number of Zealots, but otherwise, you know, doesn't have that much. He's kind of got to wait for the carriers, and looks like does have 3 carriers out, and he's moving out. He's going to try and intercept this Terran attack before it gets too close to his natural, and here we go. A big engagement in the middle of the map. The tanks are sieging up. There's no Vultures in the way, though, and looks like the shuttle gets sniped off straight away. The 2 Reavers instantly get targeted down, but look at all the Zealots closing on the siege tanks. Oh my god, Busy did not have the correct position there, and GG. Wow, moving out way too soon. He tried to hit the pre-carrier timing, but instead just got mauled by the Zealots. Oh, man. I don't really think that was a good idea. So, on the one hand, it's like, oh, you know, I want to kill him before, you know, the critical mass of carriers gets out, and he's got relatively weak ground army, which is often a good idea, but in this case, because he was on 3 base against a Protoss 2 base, why do you need to attack? You don't need to attack. You are so far ahead macro-wise, economy-wise, you just like sit there and don't die, and then you win. And Terran's good at that, so definitely don't think he actually should have gone for that. Anyway, what's done is done.